Hello, I would like to talk about the uh, CP2 MC, okay, for the part one, okay. Then this one definitely is a channelization because it's deeper, wider, and also becoming stricter, okay, for the river channel. Okay, then first of all, the river efficiency will become better because it is going to be flowing faster, reduction in flooding problem also correct, okay, because you are going to make the river flow become faster, increase the biodiversity of the channel. Sorry, no, because all the riverbed have been paved with the concrete. Then virtually is going to be a mass destruction of the habitat of the riverbed. Okay, so number three is not correct. Reduction of the river velocity, no, because it's again stricter, wider, and also deeper. Then which means the velocity will become higher. So number one and number two. Okay, and then number two. Okay, this one is a wave type platform indeed. So sword fetch, not really, okay, because destruction, this destructive wave always having erosion, and then also is always having long fetch. Okay, so number one is not correct. And then number two, the presence of joint and cracks in the headland. Wow, this one like it's really tricky, okay, because you may think, oh, it's not a seabed, not a sea cave, not a sea arch, or a lot of stack, okay, but how come it's right? Because it is going to provide some area, provide some line of witness for the erosion to take place, okay, if they are joined, if they are cracks, okay. So number two is correct indeed, okay. Number three, deposition not correct, okay. But after all, I think from 1, 2, 3, you can think, oh, number two is relatively better, so still you can pick number two, okay. And strong hydraulic action and abrasion, all the way, just like the summary I've said, okay. The erosion is mainly talking about hydraulic action and then also abrasion, so please still remember these two keywords, okay. Then number B should be number two and number four, okay. Then number three Tombolo and beach, okay. Tombolo between island and headland, right? And then bridge always is taking place in the bay, okay. Both of them is having sand and paddle, so number two is not correct. And then Tombolo is that position, definitely, okay. Then Tombolo is Chanchao, and then bridge is Shao is also correct. So number one and number four, okay. Then number four wave erosion is more common in east and southeast coast of Hong Kong because the presence of weather rock, not right, okay, because all the way there's a weather rock in Hong Kong. And also actually in the southeast coast of Hong Kong is having a harder tough, you may know it in the EP1 chapter later, okay. Then constructive wave is not right because it's also about destructive wave. Longer fetch成日都問 longer fetch shorter fetch okay. You can see longer fetch shorter fetch is always the thing being asked, okay. So number three and number four, okay, exposure to the easterly wind most of the time, okay. Then number three and number four is correct because Hong Kong really having a lot of easterly wind, and then making the wind blowing from east mainly, and then the fetch you gonna for the eastern side is quite exposed, then it is favoring in general the southeast coast having a lot of erosional landfall, okay. Number five, a group of students are planning to do the field study on the change of velocity of a river in different course. What data they should pick, okay. Definitely width and depth, because altogether it make up of the cross-sectional area of the channel, right? And then gradient of that river section also correct because it is affecting the velocity of the river, okay. If they are steeper gradient, it is having faster velocity, higher velocity, okay. Roughness of the riverbed again, okay. If we are having a higher roughness of the riverbed, more obstacle will occur, and then the velocity will become lowered, okay. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them are correct, okay. So number 20, how about question 6? Which of the following are the correct comparison between upper course and lower course of river? For the upper course, it is larger in terms of gradient. True, okay, just like waterfall, okay, take place in the upper course, then we are having a larger gradient. For the lower course, most of them is flat land, okay, then the gradient is small, also correct. Upper course is not having velocity, higher velocity, because there's a lot of obstacle, okay. So number 2 is not correct, okay。成日咧，你哋會覺得 upper course 咧係流得好慢嘅，唔係流得好快嘅，OK， 因為瀑布啊嘛，OK。Because of waterfall, you always think that the velocity is fast, OK. Sorry, no, but right in the waterfall, there's a punch pool stopping the velocity. Okay, then number 2 is not correct. Okay, number 3, roundness of the load 更加唔啱啦。Okay, it's not right because upper course is having angular load instead of round load. Okay, so altogether, it will having number 2 and 3 is not correct. Roughness of the riverbed, as I said, the upper course riverbed is always rocky, and then the roughness will be also be higher. Okay, so number 1 and number 4 is correct. Which of the following is will favor the development of delta, returning farmland to lake low because there will be fewer sediment provided to the river. Then it's not really going to favor the development of the delta. Building of dams lower because it's also blocking the sediment production supply to the lower cost. Then number B is also not correct. Deforestation in the upper cost. Okay, fewer trees to grab the soil. Then more sediment will be put into the rivers, and then the development of delta will be stronger. Okay, cutting down of mangrove also not right because there are fewer vegetation to grab the soil as well. Okay, so number C is correct. Okay, then number 8 okay, you can see there's some sand here. This is longshore drift, bear in mind. Okay, there's longshore drift taking place. Okay, if you are being asked that, oh, how come that position occurred, bear in mind longshore drift. Okay, longshore drift. Okay, where every time when you are talking about deposition, tell me longshore drift, that is going to make the deposition happen. So what deposition can be found right here? Okay, right now you can find a beach. Number 1 is correct, and then how about this? Sand, this is speed instead of bar. Okay, 唔好撈亂 speed 同 bar. Okay, is a common mistake. Okay, speed is shorter. Bar is linking another way, another tip of the land. Okay, so number 1 and number 2 is correct. A. Okay, number 9 okay, again about this question. Okay, about this diagram. Okay, what are the favorable conditions for the formation of above deposition landform? Long fetch 問咗好多次啦 all together. Okay, after so long time, bear in mind deposition is having short fetch. Okay, then number 1 is wrong. Okay, existence of longshore drift 啱啱講完啦。Okay, we are having longshore drift and creating the deposition. So number 2 is correct. Number 3, alluvium caused by the river also okay lah. Because if they are low river, it won't form a beach like this. Okay, then number 2 is correct. Number 3 is correct. Swash is greater than a backwash. Swash, which is going to give the sediment to the coast. Okay, backwash is washing away the sediment from the coast. Then number 2, 3, 4 is correct. Okay, A. Number 10, this one is Dumping Chow, and then PQRS. P is Shelter Bay, and then as you can see, there's a stack here, and then R is not very clear, I know it, but it's in there's a C cave right there, and then Q, I'm not sure, but you can see it's quite exposed as well. Okay, then P deposition. Okay, Q 哇呢個好陰毒。Okay, it's not right because it's erosional 嘛。R, as I said, C cave. Okay, because Q is exposed it's quite sure that. Okay, no doubt is not exposed Then S, you can see there's a stack also is a exposed location. So Q should be erosional. So number 2 is wrong. 1, 3, 4. Okay, then that's the end of the part 1. Thank you.